All right. Reviewing our vocab sentence. I'll say it first. Our new vocab sentence is he motioned to the flight attendant ahead of him. Your turn. Get ready.
He motioned to the flight attendant ahead of him.
And all those hands are back to folded. Great. What word means you use your hands to show what you want someone to do? What in our vocab sentence means you use your hands to show someone what you want to do? Violetta.
Motion means that you use your hands to show someone what to do.
Great. What word refers to a person who takes care of passengers on an airplane? Emmanuel.
The word is flight attendant.
Great. And what word is another way of saying in front? Gabriel.
Ahead.
Great. I'm going to read the sentence one more time. He motioned to the flight attendant ahead of him. Your turn. Get ready.
He motioned to the flight attendant ahead of him.
Great. Now touch column 1. Word 1 is peace. What word?
Peace.
Spell peace. Get ready.
P-I-E-C-E.
Word 2 is giant. What word?
Giant.
We're all going to do that together. Word 2 is giant. What word?
Giant.
Spell giant. Get ready.
G-I-A-N-T.
Word 3 is brought. What word?
Brought.
Spell brought. Get ready.
B-R-O-U-G-H-T.
Word 4 is cabinet. What word?
Cabinet.
Spell cabinet. Get ready.
C-A-B-I-N-E-T.
Word 5 is although. What word?
Although.
Word 6 is decide. What word?
Decide.
Let's read those words again the fast way. Remember, when we do the fast way, no hand motions. Word 1, what word?
Peace.
Word 2, what word?
Giant.
Word 3, what word?
Brought.
Word 4, what word?
Cabinet.
Word 5, what word?
Although.
Word 6, what word?
Decide.
Touch column 2. All these words end in the letters M-B, but we don't hear the B, we only hear the M. Word 1, what word?
Climb.
Word 2, what word?
From.
Word 3, what word?
Down.
Word 4, what word?
Thumb.
We're going to read them the fast way. Word 1, what word?
Climb.
Word 2, what word?
From.
Word 3, what word?
Thumb.
Word 4, what word?
Thumb.
Great, touch column 3. Word 1, what word?
Police officer.
Make sure you wait for my snap or do it again. Word 1, what words?
Police officer.
Word 2, what words?
Flight attendant.
Word 3, what word?
Her.
Word 4, what word?
Horrible.
Word 5, what word?
Bad.
Word 6, what word?
Peanut.
All right, let's do it the fast way. Word 1, what word?
Police officer.
Word 2, what words?
Flight attendant.
Word 3, what word?
Her.
Word 4, what word?
Horrible.
Word 5, what word?
Bad.
Word 6, what word?
Peanuts.
Awesome. Touch column 4. Word 1, what word?
Boom.
When a voice booms, it is very loud. I wonder who can tell us today is Wednesday, because Miss Reinhardt forgets so much because we didn't have school on Monday, that today is Wednesday in a booming voice. Rochelle.
Today is Wednesday.
Oh, what about tomorrow will be Thursday, Henry?
Tomorrow will be Thursday.
All right. So many friends can have booming voices, but we are just going to get back to our next word. We are in column 4. Word. Just make sure those bodies look ready. Word 2, what word?
Trunk.
Word 3, what word?
Doorway.
Word 4, what word?
Cookie.
Word 5, what word?
Goodbye.
Word 6, what word?
Beyond.
All right, we're going to read them the fast way. Word 1, what word?
Boom.
Word 2, what word?
Trunk.
Word 3, what word?
Doorway.
Word 4, what word?
Cookie.
Word 5, what word?
Goodbye.
Word 6, what word?
Beyond.
Touch column 5. Word 1, what word?
Outfit.
Word 2, what word?
Edge.
Word 3, what word?
Dollhouse.
We're all going to do them together, starting from the top. Word 1, what word?
Outfit.
Word 2, what word?
Edge.
Word 3, what word?
Dollhouse.
Word 4, what word?
Bathroom. Bathroom.
Word 5, what word?
Screen.
Word 6, what word?
Plastic.
We're going to read them the fast way, which means no motions. Word 1, what word?
Outfit.
Word 2, what word?
Edge.
Word 3, what word?
Dollhouse.
Word 4, what word?
Bathroom.
Word 5, what word?
Screen.
Word 6, what word?
Plastic.
All right.
Individual turns, listen for your name. Individual turns, listen for your name. Get ready, sir.
Much better. Column 5, words 1 and 2. Olivia.
Peace.
I'll say it again. I know this is your second day. Column 5, words 1 and 2. Olivia.
Outfit. Edge.
Great. Column 4, words 3 and 4. Gabriel.
Doorway cookie.
Column 1, words 4, 5, and 6. Grayson.
Peace. Giant.
Listen to the direction again. Column 1, words 4, 5, and 6.
Cabinet. Although beside.
Much better. Column 2, words 1 and 2. Sean.
Flying crumb.
Column 3, words 3 and 4. Gabrielle.
Heard. Horrible.
Great. Touch part B. Read the title for us, Victoria.
That's about it.
Everyone, what's the title?
That's about ants.
Everyone, what's the title?
That's about ants.
Start reading for us, Janaya.
The story I'll read today tells about ants. Here are some facts about ants. Ants are insects. All insects have 6 legs, so ants have 6 legs.
Great. Listen to that again. Before you even turn the page. Listen to that again. All insects have 6 legs, so ants have 6 legs because ants are insects. We learned about another insect that goat liked to eat. What insect did goat like to eat? Jabari.
Flies.
Gabe, your hands like went right to folded, eyes glued to the speaker. Can you say it again?
Flies.
Flies. So how many legs do flies have? Flies have
6 legs.
How many? I'll tell you, a flea. A flea is an insect. How many legs does a flea have? A flea has
6 legs.
Keep reading for us, Angelini's.
Some ants are red and some ants are black.
Great, I'm gonna say that fact again. Some ants are red, some ants are black. We'll all say it together. That first bullet point, get ready.
Some ants are red and some ants are black.
Adrian, what color are ants?
Red or black?
Great. Keep reading, Gabrielle.
A green man. Ants are very strong for their size.
Great, let's listen to that again. Ants are very strong for their size. You say it, get ready.
Ants are very strong for their size.
Michelle, can you stop this? Thank you. Alrighty. This fun rule. Read it for us. Olivia.
Here's a rule. An ant can carry an object that weighs 10 times as much as the ant.
An ant can carry an object that weighs 10 times it's as much as the ant weighs. So if an ant weighed, let's see who knows some multiplication. If an ant weighed 4 pounds and it can carry 10 times its body weight, how much can the ant carry? Stalia.
Wait, can you see this again?
4 pounds, ant weighs 4 pounds. and it carries 10 times its body weight?
It has, I don't know,
Violetta?
40.
What does it say? 40. Yes, I know we don't know multiplication yet, but some of us do it on Math Facts and Flash, so it's super exciting. All right, fold those hands. And now you're calling out. You can scoot out. Great. All righty. Keep reading for us, Grayson.
Here's a rule.
Oh, we just read that. If
If an ant weighed as much as an elephant, the ant could carry 10 elephants.
Keep going, Sean.
Ants are very light. It would take about 100 ants to weigh as much as a peanut.
Great. Olivia, you can scoot in. Everyone touch part C. Read the title for Celia.
A green man visits Nancy.
Everyone read the title.
A green man visits Nancy.
Who has a prediction about what's going to happen in this story? Who has a prediction? I wonder. Emmanuel.
I think.
Can do that again. Hands up. Who has a prediction? Emmanuel.
I think that a green man will visit Nancy after she said the magic words that she heard on the CD.
Alrighty. Start. Oh, let's see. Let's see. The book says 9 errors. Last time when we got to do 10 errors, we had 0. So I'm thinking maybe 2. Let's go 2. 2 to repeat, 0 for a wiggle, or you beat Miss Reinhardt. So those are our options today. Great. Get ready. Tracking eyes on for that book. Reading those words. Starting us off. Henry.
Nancy had just said some words that she had heard on a CD. All at once, the world began to spin around and around. Then Sally started to grow bigger and bigger. Sally wasn't the only thing that began to grow. The jump rope that Sally was holding began to get larger.
Keep reading, Angela and Eve.
Sally's voice boomed out. Oh, what's wrong? Oh, what's wrong? The world was still turning and spinning, and things were getting larger and larger. Now Nancy was no taller than the grass next to the sidewalk.
Go, Janaya.
Sally was looking down at Nancy. Oh, Nancy, what's wrong? You're just a little tiny thing. I'll get somebody to help.
Keep going, Gabriel.
Sally jumped her jump rope and ran away.
Can you read that sentence over? Sally.
Sally dropped her jump rope and ran away. Each step that Sally took shook the ground. Nancy looked around. She was too afraid to cry. And besides, it wouldn't do any good. There was nobody around to treat her like a baby.
Keep going, Violetta.
An ant came running along the sidewalk. When Nancy looked at the size of the ant, she knew that she had grown even smaller. To her, that ant was the size of a horse.
Keep going, Adrian.
The ant looked very mean, with its round shiny head and its 6 legs running. Nancy was so frightened that she screamed. But her voice did not sound like it should. Her voice had become smaller as she grew smaller.
Keep going, Stalia.
Now her voice was so small that it sounded like a little squeak. You couldn't hear her voice 5 meters away. Squeak, she screamed. At that moment, a voice behind her said, "Go away, Aunt." The ant turned and ran off down the sidewalk.
Go, Olivia.
Nancy turned around and saw a little green man no taller than she was. "Greetings," the man said. "I'm the one who made the CD." "Hello," Nancy said. "Hello," Nancy said slowly. Then she said, "Why did you give me that funny CD?"
Keep going, Emmanuel.
The little man said you didn't want anybody to call you a big girl, and you got your wish. Nobody would call you a tiny thing because
Nobody would.
nobody would call a tiny thing like you a big girl.
Keep going, Victoria.
"I guess you're right," Nancy said. "But I really didn't want to be this little. I'm so little now," the green man said.
Keep going, Jabari.
You should be very, very happy. Even if you grow 2 times the size you are now, you'll be smaller than a blue fly. Even if you grow 20 times the size you are now, you'll be smaller than a mouse. You should be very glad.
So
I
you.
don't. So you should be very glad. Well, I don't. I'll walk to your house with you, and then I must go. The beeman said, "Don't stay outside too long. There are cats and rats and loads of toads that love to eat things your size."
More next time. Track me. So we didn't make our challenge, and that's up. I'll say that again. Track me. We didn't make our challenge, and that's okay. We're going to do it again because I know that we are better than this book, and 9 errors is too many for this group. And we said 2 is our challenge, and we're going to do it in 2 or less. Starting from the beginning. And if you do better this time, then that'll be the score I have to beat. So, all right, here we go. Emmanuel, love your enthusiasm for doing it the right way. Starting off reading, you're not on the right page. So, no, look, not I know but means you're right, but I'm going to argue it anyway. So that's not going to happen. Starting us off. Grayson.
Nancy had just said some words that she had heard on a CD. All at once, the world began to spin around and around. Then Sally started to grow bigger and bigger and bigger.
Keep going, Janaya. Bummer, keep going,
The
Sean.
jump rope that Sally...
No, keep going, Sean.
Sally wasn't the only thing that began to grow. The jump rope that Sally was holding began to get larger. Sally's voice boomed out. "Oh, what's wrong? Oh, what's wrong?"
Keep going, Adrian.
The world was still turning and spinning, and things were getting larger and larger. Now Nancy was no taller than the grass next to the sidewalk. Sally was looking down at Nancy. "Oh, Nancy, what's wrong? You're just a little tiny thing. I'll get somebody to help."
Keep going, Gabrielle.
Sally dropped her jump rope and ran away. Each step that Sally took shook the ground. Nancy looked around. afraid to cry. And besides, it wouldn't do anything good. It wouldn't do any good. There was nobody around to treat her like a baby.
Keep going, Rochelle.
An ant came running along the sidewalk. When Nancy looked at the size of the ant, she knew that she had grown even smaller. To her, the ant was the size of a horse.
Keep going, Stalia.
The ant looked very mean, with its round, shiny head and 6 legs running. Nancy was so frightened that she screamed, but her voice did not sound like it should. Her voice had become smaller as she grew smaller. Now her voice was so small that it sounded like a little squeak. You couldn't hear her voice 5 meters away.
Keep going, Henry.
Squeak, she screamed. At that moment, a voice behind her said, "Go away." And the ant turned and ran off down the sidewalk.
Go, Gabriel.
The ant
Nope. Go, Angelini's.
Nancy turned around and saw a little green man no taller than she was. "Greetings," the man said. "I am the one who made the CD." "Hello," Nancy said slowly. Then she said, "Why did you give me that funny CD?"
Go, Sean.
The little man said, "You didn't want anyone to call you a big girl, and you got your wish. Nobody would call a tiny thing like you a big girl. I
Go,
guess you're..."
Janaya.
But I really didn't want to.
Nope. Go, Rochelle.
I guess you're right, Nancy said, but I really didn't want to be this little. I'm so little now, the green man said. You should be very, very happy. Even if you go 2 times the size you are now, you'll be smaller than a blue fly. Even if you grow 20 times the size you are now, you'll be smaller than a mouse, so you should be very glad.
Go, Emmanuel.
Well, I don't. I'll walk to your house with you, and then I must go, the green man said. Don't stay outside too long. There are cats and rats and loads of toads that love to eat things your size. Morning next time.
So much better. If you correct it yourself, it doesn't count.
But when they didn't know where you...
Yeah, so we usually do count those as an error, but as far as reading it today, we didn't. We didn't have reading errors, but yes, there were 3 errors 3 times that friends didn't know where we were in the text. And this is like the first time, just check your bodies. This is like the first time that has happened in a long time, which is a huge bummer. So I'm gonna have to beat 3. I hope I do it. I'm gonna do it. So Olivia and Grayson, if I beat you, then I win. If I do less errors than the class when I read it, then I win. But if you guys do less errors than me, you win and you get a wiggle at the end of the class. Or if you guys read it in 0 errors. Sound good? So let's see, here I go. Warming up those vocal cords. Yes, Victoria.
What were the errors?
The errors were that people didn't know where we were in the text, which means they weren't tracking.
This is the only error?
So if they had just been tracking, we would have had 0 errors. And you would have had a guaranteed wiggle. Big bummer. Alrighty, here I go. Tracking the book. Make sure you're following along. Olivia or Grayson, if you think I've made an error, you just raise your hand and we talk about it. But we gotta keep it serious, otherwise we don't get to play. Alright, here we go. A green man visits Nancy. Nancy had just said some words that she had heard on a CD. Everyone, what words did she hear on the CD? What words did she hear on the CD? Emmanuel?
Royal boil, dump that oil.
Great. And what were these words supposed to do? What were these words supposed to do, Gabrielle?
Those words were supposed to make those words.
Adrian, try.
Those words were supposed to make her even smaller.
Did she really think that she would become small? Get ready.
No.
Yeah. All right, here I go. All at once, the world began to spin around and around. Then Sally started to grow bigger, bigger, and bigger. Sally wasn't the only thing that began to grow. The jump rope that Sally was holding began to get larger. Evan, were things really getting bigger? Were things really getting bigger, Janaya? No. Why did it seem like things were getting bigger? Why did it seem like things were getting bigger? Penny, I want to call you, but you're not sitting up. Violetta.
It seemed like things were getting bigger because Nancy was getting smaller. So when she got smaller,
Just a second. All eyes should be glued to Violetta because she's the speaker right now. Gabriel. Go.
so the things that were her size were smaller when she's shrinking. The stuff that when she's shrinking, they become bigger and bigger because she's getting smaller.
All right, keep tracking. Sally's voice boomed out. Oh, what's wrong? Oh, what's wrong? The world was still turning and spinning, and things were getting larger and larger. Now Nancy was no taller than the grass next to the sidewalk. Everyone, show me on your fingers how tall that grass would probably be. How tall would that grass be? Grass next to the sidewalk, is this tall? Hold it up, Stalia. Yeah. All right, keep tracking. Hold it up. Keep tracking. We got to go right back into the book. Keep tracking the book. Eyes glued. Okay, track me. I just did it 3 times, asking friends to immediately track back in the book. When I say keep tracking, I'm going to read again. If you're still holding your hands up, you couldn't possibly be tracking the book. We will do it again, and we will do it the right way. Hands up. Keep tracking. Much better. Sally was looking down at Nancy. Oh, Nancy, what's wrong? You're just a little tiny thing. I'll get somebody to help. Sally dropped her jump rope and ran away. How would you feel if you were Sally and you just saw your best friend shrink down to the size of a piece of grass? How would you feel? How would you feel, Jabari? Sad? How would you feel, Gabriel?
I would be frightened because I would think someone would step on him or someone would eat him.
Oh my goodness. All right, keep tracking. That was better. Each step that Sally took shook the ground. Nancy looked around. She was too afraid to cry. And besides, it wouldn't do any good. Rochelle, put your book down. There was nobody around to treat her like a baby. What were the 2 reasons that Nancy didn't cry? Olivia.
The 2 reasons Nancy didn't cry because she was too afraid and nobody would treat her like a baby.
Great, keep tracking. An ant came running along the sidewalk. When Nancy looked at the size of the ant, she knew that she had grown even smaller. To her, the ant, just kidding. What is it, Angelini's? I'll count it. What is it?
Because instead of me, you put you.
Instead of that, I put.
That.
All right, here I go. 1 error. To her, that ant was the size of a horse. The ant looked very mean, with its round, shiny head and 6 legs running. Nancy was so frightened that she screamed, but her voice did not sound like it should. Her voice had become smaller as she grew smaller. Now her voice was so small that it sounded like a little squeak. You couldn't hear her voice 5 meters away. Squeak, she screamed. What happened to Nancy's voice as she became smaller? Adrian.
Her voice started to squeak.
Great. Janaya, you need to be tracking the book and the speaker all the time. So right now we're tracking the speaker, and when I say keep tracking, we're going to go back in the book. You ready? So track Adrian, keep tracking. So you go right back in the book, Janaya. At that moment, a voice behind her said, "Go away, ant." The ant turned and ran off down the sidewalk. Nancy turned around and saw a little green man, no taller than she was. "Greetings," the man said. "I am the one who made the CD." "Hello," Nancy said slowly. Then she said, "Why did you give me that funny CD?" The little man said, "You didn't want anybody to call you a big girl, and you got your wish. Nobody would call a tiny thing like you a big girl." Gabriel, sit up. Why did the little man give... Wait, can we do like a kindergarten slant? Just kindergarten. We're down in Miss Tchaikovsky's room. And then we like go to first grade with Mr. Elise. He like lets a few things slide. And now you're in second grade, and you're doing a nice second grade slant, showing exactly what it should be like. Oh, so much better. So much better. Grayson, you look great the whole time. Why did the little man give Nancy the CD? Grayson.
Because she didn't want anyone to call her a big girl, and then the little man would be the CD so she could turn tiny.
Great, awesome. Keep tracking. Victoria's eyes go right back in the book. "I guess you're right," Nancy said, "but I really didn't want to be this little. I'm so little now that..." Now, the green man said, "You should be very, very happy. Even if you grow 2 times the size you are now, you'll be smaller than a blue fly. Even if you grow 20 times the size you are now, you'll be smaller than a mouse. So you should be very glad." Well, I don't... That ... means she didn't get to finish talking. The green man interrupts her. What do you think Nancy was going to say before the green man interrupts her? She said, "Well, I don't..." What do you think she was going to say? Jabari.
I think she was well, I don't want to be this tiny.
Okay, keep tracking. I have one more paragraph. I can't make any more than 2 errors in this paragraph to win. See how I do. Think I'm going to win, Jabari? Let's see. "I'll walk to your house with you, and then I must go," the green man said. "Don't stay outside too long. There are cats and rats and loads of toads that love to eat things your size. More next time." Yes, once again, I win. Not once again? I don't win most times?
Because
Last time.
last time we had 0, and then the other time we had 2, and then the other time we don't.
All right. Freeze. I know you want to call out. We have to do our paired practice, and we only have 3 minutes. So, hands down. Get those bodies in order. Alrighty. We are going to do our paired practice. A, you will read first today. Janaya, Rochelle, Emmanuel, Olivia, Jabari, Violetta, Henry, Adrian will read first. Then your other partner will read second. You are going to the star. When you're done, I am still giving a direction. When you're done, you'll go back to the beginning and start reading it silently. I'll know everyone's done when it's completely silent. Go.